Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. So good, guys, so good. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee. Today is going to be a photo day. Last couple of videos we've been doing Starlink. You know, guys, this channel is all about photo, video, and tech. So we kind of tried to meld all three together. But I know that a lot of photographers out there are tech heads like I am. And cameras are basically a whole bunch of tech, right? It's not like years ago where they were egg timers. You set the timer, set the lens, you're done, right? No more. Now these cameras are basically small mini computers, probably more powerful than the first computer that I used back in the day. Many days ago. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about photo. It is a Ricoh Pentax day. It is the Ricoh Pentax K3 Mark III Ninja. That's just what I call it. Anyways, this thing looks pretty badass. Before I get into it, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, go check them out over at JCristina.com/books. Once again, JCristina.com/books. There's a bunch there for 100% free. Go check them out. Anyway, so this is a limited edition that we're talking about today. Once again, it is from Ricoh Pentax, and it is very, very interesting because it is something that I talked to you guys about, and we speculated about it a bunch of videos ago when we talked about Ricoh Pentax ripping a page out of Canon's playbook, where we all know that Canon, for a lot of their speculative cameras, let's just say, they went and did a crowdfunding for them. A perfect example is like the PowerShot Zoom. Did it do well? Nah, not too much. It was okay. It was a monocular point and shoot type of thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Maybe some of you even own it, but it did all right. Nothing crazy. And then they also came out with the Canon IV Rec or REC. And that was another interesting point and shoot, and had like a hole in the middle of it that you would look, just crazy stuff. And instead of Canon having to put a ton of resources into mass producing these products, they went and crowdfunded them. That means that they only have to produce a certain number of them, and that is it. If they do well, maybe it goes on to one of their main lines of production and they make them continuously and they put them out for retail. But if they do poorly, they only have to make that small number. And that is exactly what Ricoh Pentax is doing here. They're using crowdfunding to be able to create cameras that people actually want. The question is how many people are going to want them? They don't know until they actually do this funding and produce the number that they said they're going to produce, or the number that they're obligated to produce. So what is this? Basically what this is a K3 Mark III that is 100% jet black. This is awesome. Literally looks like a stealth bomber. I call it the Ninja, all right? And the reason I call it a Ninja is kind of what they talked about in this informational packet. It was in Japanese, and we had to Google Translate to figure it out, but I'll get into that in just a second. The thing is jet black from beginning to end. There is no iridescent colors to it. There's no whites on it. There's no color in any form. It is just all simply black. And now what is said is that Ricoh Pentax is going to produce a maximum of 232 of these cameras. Where do they come up with 232? I don't know. But the price is going to be right around $2,500 US or 300,000 yen. So, because like we said in a previous video, Ricoh Pentax is the last, or just about the last man standing in the DSLR game. Everyone, all other manufacturers are constantly introducing new mirrorless cameras. Pentax is not. They will continue doing DSLRs. And like I said in a previous video, they're going to start doing them differently. What does that mean? That means they're going to listen to their customers, see what they want, and give it to them. One or a few of the things that they're looking to do was, one, to create a camera that is specific for astrophotography. Another one is a camera that's specifically for manual focus shooting. Another one with an ultra-fast shutter release. I think they were talking about a half-distance stroke when it comes to the shutter release. That is amazing. Also, they were talking about making a monochrome censored camera. That would be in direct competition with like a Leica monochrome, right? Now, those M series Leicas, they're expensive. This is a lot of money. And if Pentax can do it and do it well, it could be unbelievable, because I absolutely love monochrome cameras. If you don't know what that is, basically the sensor itself only brings in or only registers black and white. But since that's all it's doing is black and white, it has a better dynamic range to the black and white. So on a regular colored sensor, you're going to be a little bit more plugged in the blacks, where you have more gradation, let's say, in the blacks when it comes to one of these monochrome sensors. So they are perfect for doing just black and white photography if you really want and need all of that dynamic range. Now, we did this Google Translate to see exactly what was said when you go over to the crowdfunding site. And I'm going to give you a couple of quotes that I see in here. Now, bear in mind, these are Google Translate, so it's like English, but it's kind of English. It's like taking Japanese, converting it to English, and they just do the best that they can. So bear with me here. Quote, "Instead of simply reducing the number of painted and printed areas, we are replacing it with black. By sticking to these small details, a true black body that blends into the darkness has been realized." The ninja, right? Blending into the darkness. Ultra cool. They continue by saying, although it is difficult to mass produce this jet black model due to the complicated manufacturing process, we thought there would be people who would definitely be interested in it. So we planned it. Yeah. It's stealth, guys. It is the ninja camera. It's 100% black. Now, they said that they have taken all the areas that were printed or painted in different colors and printed or painted on it with black paint, basically. Now, they're talking about it being complicated for manufacturing. You're basically swapping out color. It's not really that complicated, but I get it. And it's cool, no matter how they do it. Even if they didn't flood the area with black and they just left it with the actual etching, I'm cool with that also. Anyways, they continue. The other day, a fan meeting of Pentax was held, and when we conducted a questionnaire survey on 5 models in the planning stage, we decided that jet black was the most popular and chose a method that can be delivered to everyone, albeit the small number. So what Pentax did here is they had one of the meetings that we talked about in a previous video. They actually did it. And in this meeting, they put out a questionnaire and they said, hey, what do you guys think? These are like 5 different models that we're thinking about doing. And the majority of the people came back with the jet black model as being the coolest. So what did they do? Crowdfunded it. This is what Pentax said that they were going to do. This is what we talked about that I really thought that they were going to do, because remember, once again, being the last man standing, the last one doing DSLRs, you got to do them differently. You got to do them cool. And this is how you do it. You make a monochrome and you go directly after Leica. You make a jet black model because it's just ultra cool. People love like matte black cars, right? Because they look cool. They're stealth. It's like a stealth bomber. It's a ninja. That's why I say this is a perfect camera for street photography. Just think about it. There's no color to it. There's no nothing. You can't see any. There's no reflection off it, off the whites and the logos and all the rest of the stuff. There's nothing. It's literally jet black. So when looking into the actual crowdfunding, what we see is that they're looking for about $82,000. But what they have said is that even if they don't reach that level of $82,000, they're still going to produce the number for the people that actually funded the project. I'm guessing that is up to that magic number of 232 units. Why 232 units? I don't have no clue. Very, very strange, but that's what it is. Now, the closing date for the funding is April 2022. And the expected release date, or the expected date for shipment, would be July 2022. So that's pretty good, because you're looking at about a 90-day turnaround. And in today's standards, or today's expectations, where we got shortage of this and shortage of that and a whole bunch of other BS, So I really do believe that this could be a street photographer's dream camera. We already know that the Pentax K3 Mark III is a great camera to begin with, but now when you mat it out and just turn the entire thing jet black like a ninja, I mean, this just brings it to another level. So this limited edition Pentax K3 Mark III Ninja Edition, let's call it, I think should be on your short list for 2022 camera buying. If it's something that you're interested in, I think I'd rather spend the money on this matted out, blacked out version. If I'm going to buy a K3 Mark III anyways, I'm going to spend my money on this one. Number one, I think it's super cool. And number two, the resale value on this specific camera, I bet you is going to be ultra high, because if they only make 232 of them or less, I mean, that's a pretty small number. And you should, 10 years from now, be able to get every bit of your money back for it. Just an idea. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I had fun with this. This is just cool stuff. Just before the weekend, happy Friday to you guys. TGIF. Normally I'm live on Fridays, but today I decided to take a day off and do a video for you just before the weekend. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. If you're not subscribed as of yet, don't forget to subscribe and click this little bell icon over here. And if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, why the hell not? Give the video a thumbs up. That would be very helpful. I don't ask you for nothing. Just thumbs up the video, maybe subscribe. And if you do subscribe, like I say, if you click that button over there, click all. Because when you click that bell, what it does is it will notify you when I go live or when a new video comes out. But if you clicked all, supposedly it'll actually do it. Don't ask me why. YouTube. It's so hard to figure these people out. Anyways, don't forget, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years. Hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.